Hi guys, welcome back to Comic Book Corner. Thank you for joining us here today for another unboxing. We did get back, I think it's a modern submission from CGC. Let's check out what we got. Still going through cleanup mode here, man. There's so much stuff that comes in, I can't process it quickly enough to get to the cleaning part and organizing part. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, some nice old school Spider-Mans. Yeah, all right. So here we have an amazing Spider-Man, 256. I believe 255 was the first Spider-Man I ever purchased. Or no, 257, part 2 of this Puma story or crossover. Here we have a Wolverine 17. This book was actually a 9.6 and we had sent in 2 copies, and I was thinking maybe one of them would be a 9.6 and one would be a 9.8. However, when they came back, the one that I thought was a 9.6 got a 9.8, and the one that I thought was sure a 9.8 got a 9.6. So when I showed the client the book, they're like, how come, man? Doesn't make sense. He looked at it and he's like, you know what? Let's send it back. And here we go. 9.8, like it should have been. Sometimes you have to question CGC and say, why? Why? For a particular grade, they make mistakes. So sometimes in certain cases, it's worth sending a book back. Here, we got this beauty. Surprised that they graded it. A 9.6. To me, it was flawless, to be honest. I thought I was gonna get a 9.8, just like I did on my other 2 sketchbooks. That one was from New York Comic Con, I believe. Oh, that's Canadian National Expo. Okay, yeah, that was Fan Expo back in 2007 when I actually attended. Yes, there you go, man. Those 2 were from Fan Expo that I got the 9.8s on, and the 9.6 was on the New York Comic Con one, which I also attended. That was probably one of the last big conventions I went to prior to MegaCon this year, was New York Comic Con in 2008. That's when I was detained at the border for 2.5 hours. Just because it says born in Lebanon on my passport. Yeah, how nice is that? All right, here we go. Let's go on with the unboxing. We got an X Factor at a 9.6. That's the first appearance of Apocalypse in cameo on the last page. There we go. Then we got the same book in a 9.8. These were all handpicked by the original owner. Maybe read once, maybe not, and stored away. So, oh wow, we did get a 9.8 on that. Second copy for ASM 256. Pretty good. At least one 9.8. Then we have, I actually remember buying this book straight off the newsstand, reading it, really liking it when I was, I don't know, 12, 13. Wow, 9.8, man, from 1984. Yeah. We moved to Toronto in 82, and I bought that book in 84. Don't have it anymore, though. Don't have it anymore. Here we have an X-Men 211 at a 9.6, also from the mid-80s, and we have a 9.8. So, if you're lucky enough to have 2 copies of those books from the 80s, always send both in, because you never know what's gonna happen. You get a 196 and you get 198. Sometimes you get super lucky and you get 2 9.8s. That's the first full appearance of Apocalypse. Pretty cool to get both in a 9.8. Let's keep going here. I know there's a book in here for Harry, our good friend Harry. All right, Power Pack, again, this time a 9.6. Unfortunately, you can't win them all. So, another 9.6, man. Really fine line between these books being a 9.6 and a 9.8 from the Copper and Bronze Age. It's really tough. Ouch. I don't know why they hit this one really hard, but that's the lowest grade we got in this submission. And I'm gonna have to check the grader's notes on this. I didn't see anything particularly wrong or defective on this book to get a 9.0. Wow. Okay, then we have Secret Wars number 3 in a 9.6, which is respectable. Then we have Marvel Team Up from 1975. Just makes the cut. January 75. So this would have been considered as a vintage had it been published in December of 74. So we got this one graded under the modern tier because January 75 is still acceptable. This one is pretty cool. Canadian price variant. I'm really surprised it got a 9.4. I'm really happy for Lewis. It actually does really present well. And yeah, does deserve a 9.4. Don't know why he was so surprised when I told him about that. And then this is the other book we sent in for Lewis. Came in as a 9.8. Not surprising, he had 5 copies. And I think 5 or 6 copies. We graded all of them and he got back 3 9.6s and 3 9.8s if I remember correctly. Next we have, more Spider-Mans. These are square bound. We didn't press or clean them, just sent them in as is. Came back 9.8. That one. And that one. There you go. 2 more easy peasy 9.8s. Now this last book is finally Harry's. Save the best for last. Not because it's Harry, but because of the book. We tried to get a grade bump on this, man. Really tried hard, and it took a while to get this one graded. I was hoping that they would give it that bump and charge me the difference in grading tier, because usually when they do that, I know I've hit a 9.8 on an ASM 300. It happened already twice, but this time I did not get an email saying, hey, you owe us X amount of money because your book hit a 9.8, and it's not worth $400. It's worth thousands. So that's what it is, man. We hit the same grade, 9.6, but at least it's in a brand new case and it looks good and it's ready to go. That's it, guys. Thank you for joining us today again at Comic Book Corner for this unboxing. I was your host, GearUp260, and please, if you like the content, like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. It really helps, and we'll see you again soon.